But we got to a point where the mobilization for our SWAT team was pretty quick. They found a few ways to speed things up. But let's face it, most of the time, if a SWAT situation is going on, that there's time to call out SWAT, then it has reached something of a static situation. It's not quite as dynamic anymore. Otherwise, the patrol officers on scene would be dealing with it because it's ongoing. Usually we're talking about maybe a hostage situation or a barricaded subject, but not always. Certainly, there's a score of reasons why you might call out SWAT. So if you're a member of the SWAT team, you do your day job, and then in the old days you had a beeper. Now you pay attention to your phone, and you would get a call that says, call out, assemble at this location. And then maybe the very broad strokes of what the situation is. We have a barricaded subject with hostages or something like that. And then they would assemble and go from there. Now, the SWAT team itself, we had a person who was permanently in charge, that half of their duty was to be the SWAT team coordinator. He was the team leader, and he did all the admin stuff too half the time, and he's a detective the other half of the time. He was really the only permanent member, or full-time member, if you will, even though he worked part-time. Everybody else was, like I said, it was an ancillary duty. The SWAT team would train. Half the team would train each week. So every 2 weeks you'd go to training, and it was pretty intensive. Being the SWAT team commander, interestingly enough, I was never a SWAT member. So you imagine coming to a group of highly trained, motivated, and elite performing individuals, and you're put in charge of them and you never did their job. You better approach that role with a great deal of humility and a desire to learn, rather than arrogance, because those guys will eat you up if you come at it in the latter manner. But it was a great deal of fun for me, having not been a member of the team, not ever being an operator, to learn some of the very basics of what they go through, to experience some of the training. I did rappelling. I got to do all kinds of cool stuff. And as a result, in the command position, you understand better what their capabilities are and how things work, and that helps you in your decision-making process.